Quốc Hoa Kỳ. Sau đây là quốc ca Việt Nam Cộng Hòa. Xin mời tất cả quý vị cùng hát và cháu ngoại của cô Hà Vân sẽ đệm.
Quốc ca đến ngày dài mau, từng lúc từng đi xin tiếng người càng sau. Đi tương lai có tâm cùng sống qua các bên, làm sao cho nó xong từ nay luôn có bền, cho tuổi thời trên không cao. Thủ đô hay bao nào đẹp bao, đời sao lúc biết phải cần giải thích. Người công dân nước vững bền quan chính, cùng trang quy trong đó là cha lớn lên. Đang biết người nước làm cho đến muôn đời. Công dân ơi, mỗi thành lưới công dân ơi, họ làm cha nói vừa nhót nhờ, làm pha bé vàng mà dám sướng danh nghìn năm dầm dầm lạc hồng.
Sau đây là một phút mặc niệm để tưởng nhớ đến công đức của tiền nhân đã có công dựng nước và giữ nước. Phút mặc niệm để tưởng nhớ đến quân dân kháng chính Việt Nam Cộng Hòa đã bị quốc vong thân, đã bỏ mình trên đường vượt biên vượt biển tìm tự do. Và một phút mặc niệm để tưởng nhớ đến hơn 58.000 chiến sĩ đồng minh đã tử trận để bảo vệ Việt Nam. The silent moment we remember and honor over 58,000 U.S. personnel who gave their life for the freedom of Vietnam. Phút mặc niệm bắt đầu. The opening ceremony concluded. Thank you very much, and please be seated.
Xin cảm ơn ông Bùi Mạnh Hùng. Và sau đây xin mời ông Chủ tịch Hoàng Đức Long. Ladies and gentlemen, I will introduce to you Mr. President of Vietnamese Community of Maryland, DC, and Virginia, Mr. Hoàng Đức Lâm.
Thank you, Chairman McKay, Mr. Superintendent Dr. Michelle Green, and husband, all the 37 local organizations for Vietnamese community in DMV. On behalf of the Vietnamese American community, I would like to welcome all of you and thank you very much for attending for this wrap up 2025. To thank you very much all the leaders in organization and all my volunteer staff. We work all together to work timeless last year. Very hard work. I say thank you very much. And without you, we cannot do anything. And we work for community, for Vietnamese community. We work for the community of City of Old Church. We work for community of Fairfax County. And we are looking forward to working in 2026. Again, thank you very much. Now I would like to turn to Chairman McKay have some work.
Thank you very much. Well, good afternoon, everyone. How is everyone? All right. Well, it is a pleasure to be here today on behalf of the Board of Supervisors of Fairfax County, and I want to wish all of you a happy holidays. There is much to celebrate, and I just want to share a couple stories with you, and then I do want to present a resolution to you as well, and I brought souvenir copies of this for everyone who would like one to take one. Because I think, what we did over the past year on the Board of Supervisors relative to the Vietnamese community in particular is important. But just a couple quick stories, and actually the one that is most poignant that I'm thinking of today, and I'm sitting here with Dr. Reed as someone who went through our Fairfax County Public Schools and who has 2 students in our Fairfax County Public Schools today. One of the things that makes me most proud of in our community is our diversity. And I tell this story often to my kids, which is if you're in our Fairfax County public school system, you have an asset that many people across the country don't have. And that is the multiculturalism of our community, the diversity of our community. And I was in a government class this week teaching 2 classes in government, and I looked around the room and you could literally see people from every walk of life together in that classroom. So for our young people to be able to travel the world without ever leaving their classroom is a real asset. And we have that in our community. And why that hits me personally, I'll tell you a personal story about me that most people don't know. When I was a kindergartner at Woodlawn Elementary School, I met a girl who lived in our community who became a lifetime best friend of mine. And her name was Linda Tran. And she was one of the first Vietnamese people that I ever met. And we used to walk to and from school together all the time. We were safety patrols together, but we would spend a lot of afternoons at her family house right down the road from mine. And what was really interesting to me, because this was new for me, as an Irish person, this is not necessarily something that we do, but to see multi-generations of people living in the same home. Her grandparents, aunts and uncles, all living together. And why that was so important to me is I got the benefit of eating a lot of Vietnamese food as a kid. That was a big benefit. But that benefit came along much later in life, because that same Linda Tran is the lady who introduced me to my now wife of the last 20 years. And so, having friends from all different walks of life that teach you different things, different cultures, make all of us better people. And that is a blessing that we have in Fairfax County. And so this year, we did 2 important things for the Vietnamese community, and that's why I wanted to make sure I came here today. Many of you in this room may have worked on these things, and I thank you for your cooperation on this, but we did pass an important resolution in Fairfax County that really recognized 2 things, which is 1, obviously the 50th anniversary of the fall of Saigon, which, given how many Vietnamese Americans live in Fairfax County, I know this was a very emotional and appropriate resolution to pass, to make sure that people in this community know how important our cultures are, but also what happened 50 years ago and how it changed so many people's lives in our community. And the second thing we did, coincidentally in the same year, is we had the opportunity to rename an important road in front of the Eden Center. And many of you who worked on this, again, I thank you, because I think it's a testament to the diverse community that we live in. And so I'm going to very quickly read this because I don't have my reading glasses and I might miss a few words, but I'm going to do it quickly because I know we want to get to lunch. But as April 30th, 2025 marks the 50th anniversary of the fall of Saigon, a pivotal event that concluded the Vietnam War and led to the displacement of hundreds of thousands of Vietnamese people who fled their homeland in search of freedom. And whereas these refugees risked their lives, faced perilous journeys, and encountered numerous challenges, many resettling right here in the United States, including Northern Virginia and Fairfax County, which has a Vietnamese community in Northern Virginia of over 70,000 people. And whereas over the past 5 decades, the Vietnamese American community has significantly contributed to Fairfax County's culture, economy, and civic life through active participation in the military, public service, entrepreneurship, education, community building, and service on state, county boards, and commissions. And whereas Vietnamese Americans have built successful businesses, cultural groups, and places of worship in Fairfax County, especially along the Eden Center corridor known as the heart of the East Coast Vietnamese community. And whereas last year, Falls Church City honorarily designated the 6600 and 6700 blocks of Wilson Boulevard as Saigon Boulevard in the Eden Center of Falls Church to honor the contributions of the Vietnamese American community. And whereas Fairfax County recognizes the deep historical trauma caused by the fall of Saigon and the courage of those who rebuilt their lives in new communities while contributing meaningful to the fabric of American society, now therefore be it resolved that the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors, on behalf of all residents, hereby commemorates the 50th anniversary of the fall of Saigon and honors the Vietnamese American community for its enduring resilient strength and countless contributions to the lives of so many in Fairfax County and across the United States. And this was adopted, no one voted against this, thankfully, but this was adopted by our Board of Supervisors to honor this 50th anniversary and to make sure that our young people understand what happened 50 years ago and never forget what happened 50 years ago, and to be proud of their Vietnamese American culture here in Fairfax County. And then finally, I do have a staff member, she's not with me here today, Natalie Nguyen Woodruff, who works in my office, speaks Vietnamese. I have her card up here for anyone in the community that needs help or assistance, has questions about anything happening in Fairfax County, further ways you can contribute. She would love to hear from you, and I have a stack of her cards up here that I'm going to leave for you. And as I mentioned before, I have copies of this resolution that each of you is welcome to take away when you leave today to mark this moment and be proud of the community that we live in and all that the Vietnamese community contributes to it each and every day. So thank you all. I wish everyone a happy and healthy holiday season with a lot of love and family, and be well. Thank you.
Now I would like to invite Dr. Green has something to say, and the one who have our request for inclusion Vietnamese flag in school. And again, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for the invitation to be here. I haven't been in a room that smells this good in a long time. I can't wait to break bread with each of you. So thank you so much for the invitation. And we just are so proud of our Vietnamese American community's partnership. Learning happens best in community. And I was just speaking with several parents whose South County High School senior is going to go on to GMU, sorry, not JMU, we're going to George Mason to pursue accounting, I think. However, I was a little bit disheartened to realize that perhaps he doesn't still believe in Santa Claus. But as a senior in high school, I understand. But anyhow, we're so grateful for the contributions of our Vietnamese American community and our hardworking children in school, and just are so grateful for the partnership. We did meet with our Vietnamese American community neighbors to absolutely support the showing of the Vietnamese traditional flag in our classrooms when we are sharing our flags across our schools in Fairfax County Public Schools. It's important that all of our children feel safe and seen and supported and respected when they're in school, so they can show up as their best selves and achieve their hopes and dreams. Anyhow, all the best this holiday season. It's a pleasure to be with you, and I look forward to seeing you out in the community in the coming days and weeks. So Merry Christmas and have a very Happy New Year.
Sau đây, we will introduce the project. So we work for our project maybe this year almost 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. And now we are very happy for you coming here to join with us. And can you introduce yourself to everyone?
Sure. Hi everyone, my name is Meredith Connolly. I'm a member of the Falls Church City Council. Falls Church is about 1/100th the size of Fairfax County, our schools and our land. It starts right at Eden Center and goes all the way up Route 7 to West Falls Church. It is my pleasure to be here today. Thank you for the invitation. Lafa is a member of the Arts and Humanities Council, and we have Maureen Bugetti and Naomi Lipsky. Are you on ours? From Falls Church. She's a Falls Church artist. But having Lafa on the Arts and Humanities Council has made such a difference in inclusion. And we had a lovely Vietnamese Heritage Festival at Cherry Hill Farmhouse this summer. And we also had there's a new mural over at Eden Center, and that came about because a group of young people, picking up on your story of young people, the Viet Collective young people came to the Falls Church City Council and said, you aren't doing enough. You're not doing enough to include Eden Center and everything that's happening in the city of Falls Church. And they were right. And they really shook us and reminded us that Eden Center is a really important key part of the city of Falls Church. And part of that now, we've renamed Saigon Boulevard right in front of Eden Center, as Chairman McKay mentioned. And that was a wonderful celebration. It was a really cold day. And then we have this new mural as well. And the entrance, there's a painted crosswalk right at the entrance, and Falls Church citizens did that as well. So we are so proud to have Eden Center and all of you as part of the city of Falls Church. It makes our city, you make our city and our region so much stronger. Merry Christmas.
The one thing we're so happy to have for just to give us the day. Every year we can do the Heritage Day for Vietnamese only, not the Asian heritage. that we're so proud. Yeah, it's an honor. Yeah. Và sau đây chúng tôi cũng xin giới thiệu những hội đoàn. Xin mời anh Lưu Đức. We will introduce Vietnamese leader coming here today to see all of you.
Xin cảm ơn tất cả quý vị đã hiện diện trong buổi chiều hôm nay. Thưa quý vị, ngày hôm nay ngoài trời rất là đẹp và chúng ta có một cơ hội để ngồi với nhau để cùng celebrate New Year, Christmas. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a chance together in here that we celebrate the Christmas and also the New Year. Hopefully, everybody have a good time, and we are going to read all the group that they support the community, and hopefully after the end of the list, you all remember everything. Trước khi chúng ta đi vào cái phần mà đọc tất cả quý vị ở trong clip này, chúng tôi muốn được dùng 1 phút để mà nói đến một nhân vật ở đây. Thưa quý vị, cách đây rất là nhiều năm ở Eden và ở cái thành phố Falls Church này luôn luôn có mặt của một người chị. mà chúng tôi gọi là người chị, tại vì chị là phu nhân của một người khóa 16, đó là Lê Trường Thuận của chúng tôi. Tại đây chúng tôi xin được vinh danh chị. Mặc dù ngày hôm nay sức khỏe của chị không được khỏe như trước, nhưng mà luôn luôn cái áo vàng và cái khăn quàng cổ vàng luôn luôn nhắc nhở chúng tôi rằng cờ vàng của chúng ta luôn luôn được tôn trọng và luôn luôn được tri ân. Xin mời Thắng ơi, nếu có thể cho mẹ đứng dậy được chút xíu. Thưa quý vị, đây là chị Tuyết Ngọc, Trần Thị Tuyết Ngọc, cho nó đúng tên, hết tên luôn. Ladies and gentlemen, this lady here, who all together with community, our community, always be there when we need her most. Okay, and she's the one always carry the tradition of our clothes, and also there's a yellow flag around her neck all the time, and she's the one who fight, and I know she's a fighter. Thank you. Xin cảm ơn chị Ngọc rất nhiều. Thưa quý vị, đến đây chúng tôi xin được đọc cho nó nhanh nhé. Hiện tại ở đây có những người tới mà có chưa tới được, because there's some reason why they're not here, because traffic. You need to fix the traffic in here. Okay, here we go. Đoàn cổ nhạc quê hương, đoàn thanh thiếu niên đa hiệu Đỗ Anh Tú, For the Love of Việt Nam Nguyễn Thanh Hương, gia đình mũ đỏ Hoa Thị Đốn Phụng Cận Trần Hồng Minh. Chưa tới được hả? Không cần chọn luôn đây. Gia đình nữ quân nhân vùng Hoa Thị Đốn Nguyễn Thị Bé Bảy không có đây. Gia đình Trưng Vương vùng Hoa Thị Đốn Nguyễn Trần Trúc Mai. Hội Áo Hữu Đồng Hương Sài Gòn gia đình Đào Xuân Trung. Hội Ái Hữu Không quân miền Đông Bắc Nguyễn Minh Toàn. Hội Ái Hữu Nha Trang Khánh Hòa miền Đông Hoa Kỳ Nguyễn Thị Bạch Mai. Hội Ái Hữu Nữ Trung học Gia Long miền Đông Phan Lương Duyên. Đọc đó. Không đọc được.
Tại cái ông chủ tịch ông in hà tiện quá.
Hội Việt Đồng Quân vùng Hoa Thị Đốn Bùi Văn Thông. Hội Cao niên Việt Mỹ Maryland Vaser Bùi Mạnh Hùng.
Hội Chiến tranh Chính trị Quân lực Việt Nam Cộng Hòa vùng Hoa Thị Đốn và phụ cận Bùi Dương Liêm. Hội Cựu sinh viên Quốc gia Hành chính miền Đông Hoa Kỳ Nguyễn Kim Hương Hỏa. Hội Cựu sinh viên sĩ quan Trường Võ bị Quốc gia Việt Nam Lưu Đức Tờ. Hội Cựu sinh viên sĩ quan Trường bị Thủ Đức vùng Hoa Thị Đốn Thomas Nguyễn. Hội Đồng Hương Quảng Trị vùng Hoa Thị Đốn Nguyễn Xuân Vân. Hội Hải quân và Hàng hải Việt Nam Cộng Hòa miền Đông Hoa Kỳ Nguyễn Văn Thành.
Hội Nghiên cứu và Truyền bá Lịch sử Việt Nam Phạm Bích Hà. Hội Người Việt Cao niên vùng Hoa Thị Đốn Vũ Đình Trường. Hội Người Việt Quốc gia vùng Hoa Thị Đốn Đinh Hùng Cường. Hình như Đinh Hùng Cường bữa nay hơi bận rồi đấy. Hội Phụ nữ Việt Nam vùng Hoa Thị Đốn Huỳnh Thị Trúc Nương. Hội Thân hữu Cảnh sát Quốc gia Việt Nam Cộng Hòa miền Đông Bắc Hoa Kỳ Hồ Văn Tâm. Hội Thân hữu Quảng Đà miền Đông Bắc Hoa Kỳ Lê Hữu Em. Hội Thơ ảnh Hoa Thị Đốn Nhất Hùng. Hội Văn hóa Việt Nam tại Bắc Mỹ Đào Thị Hợi.
Hội Văn nghệ sĩ Việt Nam Cộng Hòa hải ngoại vùng Hoa Thị Đốn Sâu Hùng. Hội xây dựng nông thôn Hoa Thị Đốn Dương Hòa.